Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. This is the opening race of ERL Enterprise Racing League, and we are here getting ready. Right now we're watching these guys work through qualifying, and we have my co-pilot here, the owner of ERL, Goose. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, doing good, doing some technical stuff off the side here right now.
Oh yeah. Tell us a little bit about this track, buddy, real quick, while these guys are working through qualifying.
It's round. You go left. If I no, if I remember correctly, the banking is 20 degrees on the banks and 9 to
Yeah,
12 degrees on the straight gateways. Right now, it looks like we got some people coming into pit. Um,
yeah. This is an
so
opening qualifying, folks. This is, you have 11 laps. Get your stuff in, get your fastest lap, and that will determine the starting lineup for tonight's race. Now, remember, this is the opening. This is the opener. We have 7 drivers tonight. We have C's. We have Mr. Excitement. We have Super Dave in the 24. We have Jocelyn Jaguar in the 19. We have DA Tickler in the 2. Mikey Dan in the 32. I mean, these were all drivers that were invited, and they showed up tonight. And I believe that we were just in a little practice for these guys. I think this is going to be a great race, buddy. What do you think?
my hopes are really high. Right now, I'm just brought up Mikey Danman's feed, and it looks like he's on lap 6 of 11, so they're about halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah, and I said this is looks like Mr. Excitement in the 9 car. He's coming in down pit road. He's going to get some adjustments. So I said this is an opening qualifier for these guys. They basically do. I mean, you want to give them a little rundown, buddy, on the opening qualifier, how this works?
Yeah, it's what I call a gentleman's qualifying. You've got 11 laps. Each track will be a specific amount of laps. And you just go. You can do whatever you want to get the fastest time that you can get. You can pit, you can not pit, you can draft, you can do whatever you can do. As long as you don't infringe on somebody else's lap. In other words, if you come up out of turn 2 a little early, or come up and hit somebody and ruin their lap, there will be a penalty.
And we do Goose. Remember, right? We talk. This was kind of a surprise. I didn't know about this until you just threw us up. You did do an introductory to the course of what you can and cannot do. Correct?
Yeah. Sometime before each week, I will make a video and post it to this channel. Um, Max fuel. This race is 20 laps max fuel. If you go over 20 laps on a fuel run, there will be a penalty. Where you when you come out of the pits, where you can merge up back on track, which is usually going to be coming out of turn 2. On this particular track, when turn 2 ends, there's some dash marks. As soon as you get into those dash marks, you can re-enter the track.
Awesome, buddy. Yeah, no, it looks like at this point, it looks like qualifying is done. It looks like they're starting to wrap it up. Folks, yeah, this is Las Vegas. The way this is set up, it's 50%, 3 times wear, black flags, stages, relaxed cautions. If I believe I'm correct with that. Am I correct, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And these guys, it said we were in a practice with these guys earlier. These guys are ready to go. It was a great run. It was good to see these guys actually, the longevity of how these drivers are, the respect, this and that. Even during practice was great. So, Goose, where we at now, buddy? I believe that we're headed for
zoning right now to see who got the pole. Hopefully somebody takes a picture and puts that in there. If not, it'll be on the broadcast and I can go back to it. Mikey Dan.
Correct.
Got it. He's first.
Yes.
Second on the outside is Mr. Excitement. Third
is Super Dave.
Super Dave. These numbers
Yeah,
keep
fourth
changing.
would be C's. Yeah, C's would be
Okay.
C's is fourth. Fifth is, I'm sorry, buddy, because I can
That's right.
Fifth is Josh. Sixth is DA Tickler.
Somebody
Seventh
pause it.
is
I hope C's pauses it.
yep.
C's has
Yeah,
got
I
the
did.
lobby.
It's
There we
paused.
go.
And yeah,
Outstanding. Okay, so I'm going to drop out of here.
yep. So I'm gonna back out of the lobby. No, folks.
Um,
Now we're just getting ready. Now the guys got lined up. We're just waiting for our invites for the race invites.
I'm going to go drop over to their chat. Just remind them to send us invites. Thank you. No, they won't be able to hear you. Go ahead and take about a 60-second break. Oh, there we go. View other parties. Okay, guys, thanks for the invites. C's, you squared away? They getting you squared away? All right, thanks, bud. Who's in Discord chat? Okay, just let me know as soon as you guys start to zone. Let me know so we can come in. Thank you for the invites, guys. I appreciate it. Good luck. All right, I'm back. Anything you said when I was gone did not go into the broadcast, but thank you for saying it. Okay. And I can't hear, fucking can't hear Discord. Oh, yeah, I'm in trouble. Actually, I can see pretty much when they're gonna zone. It's still paused. Yes. Yeah. Yes, run it. That's right. We can join.
Folks, here we go. We're about ready to get this thing fired off. Here we are, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A mile and a half track, asphalt, 9 degree to 12 degree banking on the front stretch, and we're looking at almost 18 to 20 degrees going into the corners. We know that the track eats tires. It's going to take a little bit of tire management, but here we go, folks. We're about ready. We're going to fire this off. Here it is, first race of the season. You ready, Goose?
Yeah, but I'm going to give it to you as soon as we get this going because I got to go take care of some administrative business in my bathroom.
Gotta love my partner. Yes, I got you, buddy. We're gonna get this thing fired off, and here we go. What are you gonna leave me? You gonna leave me on? You got the main camera, correct? So
Yep,
when you
I'm going
do
to leave
that,
you on
just
the
leave me on
lead
the.
car. Mikey
Thank you
Dan.
very much, and I will work it on. Here we go, folks. Mikey Dan, the 32. Then we got the 9 of Mr. Excitement, then the 24 of Super Dave, then the 47 of C's, and the 19 of Josh Jaguar. Here we go, and then you got DL size Tickler. DA Tickler. He's on that outside. But here we go, folks. Looks like Mikey Dan. He's gonna take that first lap. Looks like Mr. Excitement. I'm riding along with him right now. He's going ahead. He's working on that high line. That high line will work, folks. It just depends on how you on how you're able to. Mr. Excitement's peaking. You got the 24 of Super Dave on the inside. Josh Lee Jaguar right behind him. And then you got the 2 car of C's. Oh, sorry, of DA Tickler. My fault. Oh yeah, I could be wrong. My fault, folks. I'm still working on some of these drivers of the cars. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, everybody. There we go. Right one. Oh, Game Nerd. I apologize for that, folks. Game Nerd. He's actually right behind right behind. Wow, guys, I apologize for this because I'm still. Oh, DA Tickler. He's running third. All right, Goose, you gotta help me, buddy, because I'm crashing.
I'm back. So Mikey Dan, man, who started in the front, has lost the lead to, looks like Super Dave.
Yes, it looks like. Then you got Game Nerd in the 4th spot. Looks like you got the number 2 sitting in the 2nd spot, which is, you know, these guys more than I do, actually, buddy. I'm sorry. Oh, DA Tickler.
First is Mikey Dan. Second is first is Super Dave, right? He's in the 24. Second is Mikey Dan, man, and he's just drafting. Third is the number 20, a Game Nerd.
Yep.
The number 9, I believe, is Mr. Excitement.
Correct.
And the 47 just went around the 2 on the outside, but it looks like the 2's fighting back on the inside. The 2 is DA outside Tickler. The 47. Oh, the 19 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th place.
Yep. That could be just laying back a little bit. Yep. Okay. Correct. And he could be, the 19 could just be laying back a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, letting the things kind of sort out. Sometimes you want to do that, let this track, kind of get a little bit of distance that way there. If you got to, one car at a time, and then you can work your way up.
Yeah. So we still got Super Dave in the lead with Mikey Dan, man, hot on his heels. He's just kind of chilling there. These guys are really waiting for this first stage or the first fuel run, so that they can get their setups in there.
Yeah, it looks like, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm just watching back through the field right now. It looks like Mr. Excitement, he's putting some pressure on Game Nerd.
Yep, Game Nerd's in 3rd, Mr. Excitement's in 4th. It looks like DA's in 5th, C's in 6th, and Jaguar in 7th. We only have 7 cars?
That's correct, buddy.
I thought we had 8.
No, we only had 7. 8-1 couldn't. Boston wasn't able to make it, but it looks like these last 4 cars on the backside of this field, they're definitely throwing it together.
Are they hooking it up?
Yep, they're trying to. Sometimes here, especially in this mile and a half, sometimes racing side by side. Ooh, looks like the 3rd. I'm sorry about that, folks. Looks like they got a little bit of they're 3 wide, and they're actually pushing a little bit of envelope there. Ooh, Josh, he comes up, pushes him up. This backside of this field's definitely going at it.
Well, that might be why they're in the backside of the field, because they got somebody in there wanting to pass a little early.
Yeah. Right now it's better to just settle down, and we've been through this before, dude. Sometimes when you get stuck in these positions, it's better just to settle down, find a spot, and push forward. Because racing side by side and actually pushing the envelope is not going to work to catch back up to these front guys. Because these guys are definitely hooked up and ready to roll.
So it looks like C's is in 6th, DA is in 7th, Jaguar is in 5th, and then at 4th it looks like we got Mr. Excitement. Game Nerd is hanging on to 3rd. He's caught back up to the front too. They had pulled out a little bit. Game Nerd has got him back up there.
And now finally that backside of that field's kind of settled down. Looks like the 47 and the 19 are actually starting to work together a little bit. Yeah. Try to, not
I found it hard to work with people. Like if you're drafting with somebody, you both have to be really used to running with each other to make that draft work, or you're just not as fast.
Well, we've been through that. I mean, we've been together for forever, and we've tried that, and it's not easy. You're right, correct. You gotta be able to work that throttle, be able to know when to when you're gonna gain on them and not slam them and this and that. But right now, it looks like these two guys are actually kind of, they gave that little bubble that we talk about sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's not to close down on that front four.
Oh, it looked like Game Nerd got down on that apron a little bit and shuffled up the track, but he maintains his third position. I've got a top 5 update for you. In the lead is Dave. Second is Mikey, and he's 0.2 seconds behind Dave. Game Nerd is 0.4 seconds behind Dave, so 2 seconds behind second. Mr. Excitement is right up there with him, 0.6 seconds behind the leader. And Joshua Lee Jaguar has got a little gap there. He's got about 1.3 second gap between 4th and 5th place. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like those two that are, they finally sorted themselves out. Looks like there might have been a loser out of all that. But it looks like they're starting to be able to work, be very patient with each other, work together kind of. It looks like they're working 2 different lines. They're starting to close down on that front 4.
By the way, that top 5 update came to you via Mikey Danman's YouTube channel. If you want to check him out, his YouTube channel is Danny Reasons.
Nice. And you can also, as I said, folks, obviously you can go to our channel as well and check it out on our site as well on ERL on YouTube. These guys, they look like they kind of sorted it out. They know that this is a long first stage. I believe, if I'm correct, you're going to have to pit. Is it going to be 2 tires, 4 tires, goose? I mean, here we go, folks. We almost forgot to do this. What is your underdog and what is your picks tonight? Like, even though the race already started.
Game Nerd performed extremely well in the preseason race, which was at this track. And he's back there in 3rd place. I look for him to win. Who's your winner?
I'm actually looking at Super Dave right now. He's we raced with him earlier. He stayed in the back. He hung out. He waited. He bought his time. He methodically worked his way back up through the field. And now
Mikey Danman making a move down low on the leader, trying to take the lead. The 24 gets a little bit on the outside lane, but Mikey Dan comes back on the inside lane and makes that pass. It looks like Game Nerd is going to follow him through to take 2nd place, unless Dave can come back to the outside, and it doesn't look like he's going to. Game Nerd is going to take 2nd place.
Yes, and as I was going to, yes, and it looks like we're getting into the long part of the runs, caution-free so far. Losing grip, losing this, some cars later run, this and that, and all it is just looks like some of the cars are starting to change a little bit, and we'll be getting close to probably green flag stops here at this point. We know that high line will work. It's just a matter of if your car's set for it. Looks like Game Nerd, he's about to take over that 2nd spot from Super Dave. Looks like Mr. Excitement, he's peeking in on the inside of that quarter.
Game
Nerd
is
make
in
that
2nd.
Run on the inside. All right, Mr. Excitement looks like he's going to try to work on that 3rd spot.
Yep. Mr. Excitement looks like he's trying to get down below Super Dave. It looks like he might do it this time. Maybe not, because Super Dave should get a run on the outside. It looked like to me like he just let him go. And he kissed the wall there for his troubles. But he's got it squared back away, and he's just following in. These tires are going away. They're on lap 18, so they're at the end of a fuel run. I'm looking for... there goes Super Dave. He's going into the pits. Looks like... Was he the first one to go in?
That's correct.
I believe he's the first one.
He is. He's probably realizing...
Is that 2 coming in behind him?
Let me check this out. Let me get to that point. The 24 is in. The 2's in. I'm going to keep my eye on pit road coming on here right now. This is, as I said, this is about the point where we want to get green flag stops, and these tires are definitely cooked right about now. We know Vegas will eat the front right really bad. If you're not careful, you can push it too hard. So right now we have Super Dave, he's on pit road. Then we have D.A. Tickler, he's on pit road. And here comes the 19 of Josh Jaguar, he's on pit road. The 47 is on pit road. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm still...
Mikey Danman is on lap 20. He has to pit this time. And here he comes. He's coming down pit road. Looks like
And
he's
here
got
comes
a really
everybody
good
else.
entry if he can get it slowed down.
Here comes everybody. Here comes Mr. Excitement. Here comes the 20th Game Nerd. Here comes the 32. These guys were all, I mean, it brought everybody in. Everybody knew that they had to make their pit stops and when they were going to do it. So now we're
Super
going to
Dave
see
is
who
back
comes
out
up.
on track. It's going to. I'm going to keep it on Super Dave.
Go ahead.
Actually, I'm going to keep it on Mikey. Where's Mikey? Because he was in the lead when he went in.
Here comes everybody's coming out of pit road now. Super Dave, he's out. You got the very last car coming. It's finally doing all their pit stops now. The 20, the 2, the
Mikey
32,
Dan is
and the
still
9.
on pit road.
Oh no, did he get caught for speeding?
I don't know.
No, he's coming out now.
No.
Is he coming out now? No.
No, he didn't get a speeding penalty.
Uh-oh. We may have our first one out of the race, folks.
Here comes Mikey Dan. Here comes Game Nerd right behind him. And we're going to see where Super Dave comes out. Here comes C's coming up behind them.
Mr. Excitement's coming up pit road. We'll get this all sorted out, folks. Unfortunately, PlayStation doesn't work with us on Miracle Water.
Doesn't look like Super Dave did too good there. He might not have got a good pit stop.
No. But I'll tell you right now, definitely with Mikey Dan, and I'm watching with Mikey Dan on the front view. You got Mikey Dan, you got Gamer, and then you got the, I believe it's the 47 of C's right behind him.
So these guys have just enough fuel to finish this race.
That's correct. And then right behind this group that I'm actually watching, Goose, you got the 32, the 20, the 47, and then right behind him you got Super Dave, which has led most of this race already. You got Mr. Excitement, Josh Jaguar. Those three, they're a little bit farther back, but they've got some separation now, and they're probably all hollering. They're probably all about ready for that stage break. Bring this field back together again and see what these setups did. Right now, at this point, folks, we're just following along. These guys have settled down. There's some space between them. We're getting ready to end the stage. They just did their first green flag stops.
Well, they've got
right now.
There we go. All right, Mikey Dan's in the lead. Game Nerd is behind him by 2 seconds in second place. C's is in third. He's 5 seconds behind Mikey Dan. No. 7 seconds behind the leader. Super Dave is in fourth position. 3 seconds back. Joshua is 3.7 seconds back.
Yep.
That's
right
top
now,
five.
I'm riding. Nice. Yeah, as I said, they got spread out pretty quick on that pit stop. That spread them all out real fast. 7 cars. I mean, right now I'm watching Game Nerd. He's putting some pressure on the 32, trying to get that spot. He's just riding around. As I said, this is all about, who knows what they threw in when they did their green flag stops. And me, I probably wouldn't have done nothing at that point just to get my green flag stop, get in and get out. When the stage break comes, that's a totally different scenario.
Well, I personally would have went ahead and put in my setup. You got plenty of time to go ahead and put in your setup, as long as you don't have a lot of adjustments to make. I'm wondering right now what happened to Mr. Excitement. Mr. Excitement is back there. Looks like because he was up front there. I wonder if he got a penalty in the pit road. I don't know.
It's tough to tell. Right now I'm watching him. Right now I'm riding along with him, and I'm watching the camera. Right now you got Josh in front of him, and looks like Super Dave in front of him. Looks like Josh may have gotten around Super Dave.
No, you got Mr. Excitement. I believe it's in 7th, and then in 6th place in front of him you've got. Come on, camera. Do your stuff, camera.
Oh, it's Josh, and then Super Dave,
Josh,
and then Mr. Excitement. There we go, folks.
Yeah.
There we go. And Game Nerd's still falling behind the 32. Just it looks like he might be cruising right now. But as a leader, he looks like he may have kind of checked out a little bit. That's what it looks like to me, buddy.
Where's DA sitting? The 2 car.
He's right in front of. Oh.
Super Dave?
The Super Dave is sitting right behind Josh Jagwell in the 19.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where DA is at.
That's what I'm trying to figure
He's
out too,
got
guys.
some
Sorry.
damage on the nose of that
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yes. Looks like riding along with Josh. Looks like he's starting to close down on the 47 of C's. There goes the 24 Super Dave. He's on the outside. He just took that spot away. And I'm trying to follow through the cameras real quick, buddy.
Yeah. So it looks to me like Mikey Dan and Game Nerd have pulled away from the field. Is that what you got?
Yes, that's what it looks like to me. That's what I'm trying to fit through right now. Yeah, I got Game Nerd, Mikey Dan, and 32. He's leading. Then I just popped to no, that's different. What is Mikey Dan? Hold on, folks. We're trying to figure this one. Oh, yeah. It looks like Mikey Dan's definitely leading. Looks like Game Nerd's the second. Then you got C's in the 47. Then Super Dave catching up to him. Looks like these guys are starting to close down. Him and Mr. Excitement starting to close down on that third spot of C's.
Okay.
Then you got the. Then
it looks like Mr. Excitement making a move down low on the inside of Super Dave. It looked like
the 47 got the wall.
Yes.
That's going to leave a mark. That definitely slowed him right down.
Yeah, so C, I wonder what happened with C's. Dang, I wish I was on that. He was by himself, right? They're pretty much all single file by
he looks like he was all by himself. It looks like he may have just pushed on the front nose of that car, in which, we know that, as the tires wear at Vegas, it will start to push up to, closer to the wall as you go.
All right, so we got the leaders on the back stretch. And I'm going to try to... Oh, looks like Game Nerd's making a move on the inside on Mikey Dan Man. Mikey Dan Man's got 8 laps of fuel left.
Looks like he's going to keep that outside run, buddy. Looks like he's going to have to see what happens coming into turn 1 and 2. Looks like he's going to have the run on that high side. But Game Nerd, we've seen him run that high side before last week. And it can be done. Just looks like he's clean and clear at this point. Oh, we got a spinner, buddy. We got someone coming up. Oh, it's like was that the 2? Or the 32?
Oh,
no,
the 2 is around. And it looks like the leaders just went by him, so he's coming back up on track, but there's nobody around him, so he's clean and clear.
Looks like Game Nerd now. He's starting to move on. He's starting to move on that inside. He's on the quarter. He's going to have to give up a little bit because that high side will work here. Oh, here's the push. He's up onto his door now, buddy. These guys are side by side going into turn 2. Coming on the back stretch, they're still side by side, still plenty of room. They're racing for this lead right now, partner. And here we go. We're going into 3 and 4. We're watching the front, folks. This is the battle right now. Coming into the end of the stage. Looks like the 20 of Game Nerd. He's going to get a push there. Looks like the 32 of Mikey Dan. He's going to hold. He's holding that outside line strong. He's still being able to pull away.
It looked to me like Game Nerd led that lap back there.
That's very possible for the angle I'm looking. Looks like he's going to get him clear.
Oh, Mikey Dan gets into the wall.
Look, they gave Game Nerd the room. They gave that driver. We talk about this sometimes. That sometimes just the presence of another driver underneath you can cause you to make an oops. And then there's the score. He took over the lead. So Game Nerd's going to lead this lap coming in. Now, Mikey Dan, what he's got to do is he's just got to settle down, get back into the groove, and run him down.
From what I see, they've got about 4 laps left, maybe 5.
It can be done. If he settles down,
got plenty of time.
regroups.
And Mikey Dan, he's gathered himself back up, and he is. I think he doesn't have that draft yet. I don't think.
No, but it's close because I'm right.
He's trying to get that draft, but he's not in
correct.
it right now.
Nope, not quite. But he's definitely, as I watch him go into this corner right now, because I'm actually riding with Mikey Dan right now. It looks like he just closed a big gap on Game Nerd. Looks like we have another slow car coming up. It's like there may be another issue that happened in the backfield. But looks like looks like he's making that run on the outside. This is going to definitely be a close finish to this race. Looks like the 20 of Game Nerd. He's going to get him. He almost got him cleared, but couldn't quite get it done. He's still trying to get it. It's there. He squeezed it in there.
He gave him a little bump there. Mikey Dan just gave him a little bump.
Just to let him know he was there. That's all. Now these guys are going to settle back down into 1 and 2. Right now, folks. I mean, from what I fit through the field, this is definitely the entertainment of the stage right now. Mikey Dan and Game there going after 1 and 2 to finish off the stage and get those valuable points that are so that need to be there. It looks like Mikey Dan's looking for that run, preferably. And I know if he's doing it what he's been doing, he's going to take one run that outside. No, he goes to the bottom and tries to stay in that draft, Goose.
This might be coming up to the last lap.
He's going to try to take that run, Goose. He's going to try to get
I think there's one left to go. I think this is the lead lap.
It's just not quite there.
You know those tires are screaming right now, too.
Oh yeah. As these guys ran for the past 5-6 laps, that would be it, buddy. I think. Yep. Well, folks, that was some great racing up front. All these guys did a great job. It's tough when you get into the pit stops and this and that, and you get into that kind of deal.
Right, so
you get separated. Go ahead, buddy.
Top 5 right now is Game Nerd with the stage win, Mikey Dan second, and I'm waiting for it to update. I know they're already finished, but Dan. Mr. Excitement looks like, Mr. Excitement took 3rd, Josh took 4th, and C's took 5th. Rounding out the field in 6th is Super Dave, and DA Outside Tickler is 2 laps down. Dave is 1 lap down. So Super Dave will get that free pass, and DA's got his work cut out for him. DA just needs to be patient, and because they're at the end of the stage, he'll get a lap back. And there has been no cautions, but honestly, Mike, I didn't expect any cautions because the level of talent that we've brought into here in the initial season of Enterprise Racing League is top notch. They're all very respectful, all very good drivers. So I wouldn't count on a caution. We could get one at like the end of the final stage, but I'm not predicting any kind of caution in this stage 2.
Sorry, Goose, I had to step away because
right.
I know, so I'm not feeling too hot, but we're good. Well, than that, buddy, it looks like where we at, partner? Give me an update.
All right. It looks like we have some new cars up front here. Looks like Mr. Excitement and Game Nerd are battling for the lead side by side. Mr. Mikey Danman's in second, drafting there behind Game Nerd at the top and middle of the track. C's is behind Mikey Danman in 4th place. Game Nerd just took the lead on the outside. Mikey Danman followed him through, and it looks like C's is trying to follow him through also. But Mr. Excitement's just holding strong at the bottom there, make sure he doesn't go up the track. It's a very difficult position to be in. C's Mikey Danman dropped down, and C's lost his draft, so he might not get around in Mr. Excitement, but he's fighting back on the outside. Mr. Excitement on the inside in 3rd place. C's looks like he might take that 3rd place, and he takes it.
Yeah, and Mr. Excitement, what he did, he was smart move. He just slide back in. I'm watching on a different camera view on my end. I'm actually watching the nose of Game Nerd, which is our leader right now, and watching the top 4. These guys, they don't seem to be really like. They take their position, give their position a snap, but they don't seem to be like they're trying to separate themselves to be the top 4 that really battle this win out.
Yeah. Well, these guys are smart. They know they can't win the race. First of all, they can't win it in stage 2. But there's a lot of laps to go here. They have to save that car.
Oh yeah.
And I believe, I almost got us a lap update, but my source switched the screen on me. So right now I'm going to give you a top 5 update.
Go
We
right ahead,
got
buddy.
Game Nerd in the lead. He's 1.1 seconds in front of Mikey Danman. C's in third. He's right there, nose to tail with the top 3. And Mr. Excitement just took that third spot. So Mr. Excitement's in third, C's in fourth, and they're all nose to tail up there.
Yeah. It looks like now. Looks like the backside, because as I said, I'm watching on the nose of Game Nerd right now, and I'm watching the top 4, and then I'm watching the backside of the field, and I'm seeing those that 5th and 6th car of Josh C. Jaguar and I believe it's Super Dave. They're racing, but they're trying not to race each other because they know that they can actually close down on this top 4 if they actually really want. I'm watching it now that looks like their center off is a little bit better than these guys. Depends on how these guys are driving. They're starting to close down now on this top 4.
Yeah, it looks like Mr. Excitement likes the higher line. Sees just trying to follow his draft up there in that higher line, and that's the 3rd and 4th positions. Right behind Mikey Danman in 2nd and Game Nerd in the lead.
Yeah.
Mikey Dan is right down on that white line on that apron.
Yep. And Mr. Excitement's right there. So the season, it looks, and you really keep watching that backside of this field. Those 2 cars, 5th and 6th, they're really starting to close down on this top 4. And they're just trying to work together, and that's what it takes sometimes to be able, if you get separated, is you can't race each other. You got to work together.
Looks like Mikey Danman making a move to go on the inside of Game Nerd for the lead. Game Nerd shut him down on that middle lane there.
It's a lot of Mr. Excitement to take over that 2nd spot.
Yes, it has.
And looks like he's knocking on that door too on that high side.
Ooh, I think Mr. Excitement Game Nerd just kissed doors just a little bit there. Yeah. I think Mr. Excitement got the ass end of that because he's in 2nd there. He kind of pulled out of it and let game go.
Yeah, and and what that allowed is Mikey Dan, he saw that, he checked up a little bit. He allowed that outside line of C's, he'd be able to get a run on him. He looks like he's trying to take over that 3rd spot, and he does.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these guys are veteran drivers. They know what they're doing. They know when to push it, and they know when not to.
Well, that's that. I mean, these 7 drivers, grateful that they're here. We knew what they're capable of, and they're definitely producing what I knew.
Mr. Excitement takes over that top spot.
Yep.
Did he pass on the outside?
Yes, he did. Looks like what that's knocking on the door. It's allowed Mr. Game Nerd. He's trying to work that inside. Not going to happen. And then it's going to let C's on the 47. He's trying to work that middle line, and it looks like he might have a great run on that outside if he can hold it and keep Game Nerd down, because Game Nerd was better on that high side.
Yeah. They're side by side coming out of turn 2.
2. Correct. Look at C's. C's now working on that. Ooh, he's got a little high in that corner.
Looked like he got a little loose and flushed up the track a little bit, but he holds it together. He didn't hit the wall, and he's still right there, nose to tail behind Game Nerd in 2nd place.
Now look back in the pack.
In the 1st place.
Just look back in the pack. Flip back through. Go to Mr. Super Dave. Go to Josh. These guys are closing down on these 4.
I've got the whole field here. They're all right there.
They're
top
closing
6
down on these top 4. More and more and more. Each lap. These guys are closing down on that. They settled themselves down. They know what it takes. We can't race each other to catch these guys. We've got to work together a little bit. It's that cooperation kind of deal. And look, now they're right in the mix now for this top 5, 6. The high line, I'm telling you, and we were talking about this high line before. Can that high line work? And right now, from what we're seeing here in Las Vegas, if you got the right hookup, it will work, and it will hold you.
Any one of that top 6 can still win this stage.
Yep, they've worked themselves up to the top part of it. We got to be getting these tires. Have got to be screaming by now.
Yeah.
We got to be getting further into this run. Ooh, there's a little bit of contact between Josh and I think it's 32. Yep. between Josh and the 32. That's the whole thing we were just talking about. These tires have got to be getting worn, and you got to be extra careful when you're around trying to race other cars. It looks like the top three.
Mikey Dan has dropped back.
Yep.
To 5th place.
Fifth. Yes, correct.
Yeah. That he might be trying to save a little fuel.
It might be. I mean, remember, there's still a fuel lock.
I don't know why though. I think there's only 37 laps, but I'm not sure because my source won't give me the right view right now.
Or he's like us. When we start seeing things start going havoc, we'll kind of back out, let it settle, and then work out, and then take and then regroup and let the tires kind of cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
We were racing kind of hard.
So we're coming close to being in our pit window. And I think these guys are just kind of chilling out right now, waiting to get them pit stops in, because that these tires are screaming right now.
All right. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you got to give a shout out to the 19
the 19 got loose there. Looked like coming off.
Yeah.
What was that?
Correct.
Turn 4?
Because
No.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah. No, they're turn 3. Going to the backstretch, turn 3. You got a little loose, connect the wall a little bit. These guys worked their way back up through the field. I mean, they were a good 6-7 seconds back, and they ran these guys the top 4 down. And here they are now up in the mix of the top 3, top 2. Looks like the 47 now is starting to look like he's looking on the inside of Game Nerd trying to take over that second spot. But the 1 and 2 are side by side.
D.A. Tickler is about a straight, the backstretch behind here. He's struggling. But let me tell you what, D.A. is not a quitter. If there's still a chance, he'll still hang in there. And even if there's not a chance, he's the type of guy going to finish the race, Finish what you started.
Right. And that 19 car's on the move. He just took over the 3rd spot. The 47. He's checking up on, he's peeking in on that 9. Great run for him tonight.
These guys have got to be pitting sometime soon.
Oh, here they come. Here we go. Here comes 1. Here comes the 9. Here comes the 19. Here comes the 47, the 24. We got a whole lot stock and barrel folks coming in here now.
Game Nerd stayed out and Mikey Damman stayed out.
But we got 4 cars right now on pit road. And they were close coming into pit road. I mean, they came in
It looks like Game Nerd is off the pace.
Oh, no.
He may have run it out of fuel.
Oh, he may have pushed it too far. He is off the pace. He's down on the apron right now, the 20 car. Game Nerd. He's probably going to make... Oh, looks like there's another one down there.
The 2 car.
It was like he ran himself out of fuel.
Yeah.
Both of these cars looks like he's trying to draft him a little bit, give him a push to pit road. Looks like they're going to make it. But definitely... Oh, he gave him a... Wow, did you see that, Goose? Looks like the 2 car came down on Game Nerd. Kept going.
Oh,
that's great sportsmanship right there. That's great sportsmanship right there.
So he didn't wreck him. He just kind of give him a little push.
Yeah, he came. Well, he knew Game Nerd was out of gas, like we've done before. He came up behind him, pushed him the rest of the way to pit road, and then dumped back up on before he reached the penalty and went back on his way.
He didn't spin him though, did he?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Good deal.
Nothing. He just pushed him to pit road.
So Mikey Danman's coming out. Looks like Mr. Excitement. Dave and C's got the run on him. So Mikey Dan looks like he's going to come out in 4th. He went in about... Well, he went in second because he did an extra lap. Him and Game Nerd did an extra lap. I think that hurt Game Nerd, though.
Yeah, it may have, but now we're looking at right now the top 3 looks like Mr. Excitement and Josh Jaguar in the 47 C's, and then right behind him looks like Mikey Dan. He's right there. He has a fast car. I mean, he shouldn't have anything to worry about. We saw 2 cars run down a pack of 4.
We're on lap 21 of 37.
Yeah. But we saw our pack of 2 cars run down a pack of 4. It can be done.
Well, I'm look. These 3 cars up here are going to be fighting. I'm just. Oh yeah. That's my prediction. Well, Dan is going to catch up.
Yeah. Well, it's like the 9. Oh, it looks like the 19. He's trying to look in on the inside of the 9 of Mr. Excitement. He's had a good goose. These guys aren't going to play around.
No.
But I think if those two top cars stay in that high side and just work together, and that 19 is going to actually lose out on the deal in the long run. They're going to make him wear his tires more.
So Mr. Excitement's in the lead. And it looks
And
like C's might get that run on the outside and take that second spot. Oh,
yeah.
contact.
Contact.
I saw that contact. It was nothing. It was race incident type contact.
Correct. Yep, and it looks like he recovered very well out of that.
Very well,
Yep. That's a good recovery for him. It looks like Mikey Dan's in the 4th spot. Then you got Super Dave in the 5th spot.
Uh-oh. I might have lost my broadcast.
Uh-oh.
It's giving me a little sign saying my internet sucks. But it went away and we're still broadcasting, so...
Alright, well, let's keep firing away, buddy.
Oh, Lord. There's so much action on that field, it's taxing my freaking internet, bro.
Right.
I want to give a shout out to those that have joined us. We got 3 viewers right now. Marty Laws, of course, he's Go Peyton, which is DA, outside tickler, and DA's struggling, but DA's a fighter, and we saw some serious maturity and sportsmanship from DA. Tried to help Game Nerd when he looked like he'd run out of fuel. And a shout out to FLRL, that's Flatline Racing League, which me and you race in. Days Carol, that we're not messing around here. Giving us some support. Appreciate that. Nice. That's Garrett Wood. Appreciate that, Garrett. Thank you, sir.
All right, buddy. Real quick, before we go any further, I'm watching the front of this field. The 19, the 9, the 47. These boys are definitely going at it. They have been side by side now for a good 3-4 laps. One is not giving up the other. And I got it. And now, remember, right, Goose, we used to race with Josh when he wasn't so hot. You know what I mean? And from what I'm seeing, Pat, he's come a long way from just his racing and his attitude and everything. And I got to give a shout out to him because he's doing a killer job tonight. He's driving the wheels off that 19.
Well, that's one of the drivers that, I haven't been around him very long, but you spoke for him and we invited him in, and he's showing us that he deserved that spot.
Yep, he does. And right now he's running right now on the low line, between 1 and 2. You got Mr. Excitement in the 9 sitting in the 1st spot. You got C's. Oh, C's! He pushed up. He spun around. He's around.
Oh, that might be a caution. Is it a caution? Not yet.
That could be a caution. Ooh, that was... Wow, he just pushed... I saw that. I was watching the whole front view of that from the 9 car, watching the nose cam of the 9 car.
I wasn't looking at the screen when that happened, but I'm pretty sure my broadcast was on it.
I mean, he pushed up, and it was nothing... Nobody... It was a racing incident. It was one of those kind of deals.
And he took out... He took somebody out. I think it was Mikey Dan.
Dave. Was it Mikey Dan? Okay,
I don't see Mikey Dan up there.
Yeah.
Super Dave looks like he got through it. Super Dave's in 3rd right now. I believe that's Super Dave. Let me go back and look.
Let's flip to it's like
so we got right now we got who's fighting for the lead?
We have Mr. Excitement and Josh Jagwell for this stage.
So C's is back there with Game Nerd.
Yep.
And then behind them is
I'm riding along the backside. Looks like there's a little bit of looks like there's definitely that tire wear is there because of movement that we have. But these two are definitely dueling up for this 1st spot. And Josh isn't giving up. Mr. Excitement is not giving up. Josh gets a great bite from what I'm watching here under that. He's still in that quarter. Mr. Excitement just barely got clear of that.
Yeah.
He's going to get a run. Go ahead, buddy.
Now we got Mr. Excitement was fighting on the outside. Jaguar gave him a little tap and wrecked him a little bit. Actually wrecked him quite a bit. It looked like maybe Josh got loose on that outside and tapped him on the inside there. Kind of like what happened in the practice race.
Right.
I don't see any. I don't see any cautions though, and
No,
see
no
now
cautions.
that's what we have to put up with this game. That should have been a caution back when
Yeah.
C's had his mishap.
Right. Correct.
But this is the game we have.
Yeah.
A lot of leagues like manual cautions in that particular instance. I don't like it. And we're not going to beat that dead horse.
Right.
But right now,
think about it, Goose. You think about it, Goose, real quick. I just want to touch that. You think about it. We're all subject to the same thing, and it could happen to any one of us. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter who it is. It's not particular. It's not this and that. It could happen to any one of us, and it's fair across the board. So, but it's like, you know.
Okay, let me go back.
I don't like uh-ohs.
Okay,
right
so
now, folks.
In third we got Mr. Excitement.
Yeah.
In fourth we got Game Nerd. Fifth C's. Sixth Mikey Danman. Though that's the last car on the lead lap. DA outside Tickler is 5 laps down.
Ooh, that's I mean.
So Joshua Lee Jaguar is in the lead, followed by who's that car?
Super Dave. Let me get a better view. I believe that's Super Dave.
Super Dave. Yeah. So
Yep.
Super Dave is in second. Excitement in third. Game Nerd in fourth. C's in fifth, and Mikey Dan in sixth. So right now these guys are. It might be over.
We could be at this end of the second stage. Sounds like it. Yep.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not sure yet. Folks,
he's still going. No, we're still rolling.
Yep. All right, so I guess not. I mean, we're still trying to work on some of the kinks here. You know, this is the very first one. You know, we're getting better and better as we go. I think, Goose, you know, we've gotten things a little more, you know, in tune. We thank everybody for being here, whoever's viewing this, that. We appreciate it. But right now, we're just following along with these guys. 7 drivers.
It's over.
Josh Lee Jaguars. Yep, Josh Lee Jaguar gets the win for that stage.
Yeah, you know. And that's unfortunate. Because him and Mr. Excitement were racing side by side, and
that little bit of push. I mean, with the tire wear and stuff like that. I mean, all it takes is. I mean, we've seen it before where we could be running great, and then all of a sudden the front end just lets go.
Yeah, you know? I gotta get my notebook out and take some notes so I can review some stuff.
Go ahead, buddy. You know, and that's the whole thing, folks. Is that, you know, we've been there before where we did it without the manuals for a reason. Is that it's fair to anybody. It could happen to any one of us. You know, as long as it's not intentional and this nets cause it, then.
So a full field rundown for stage 2: Joshua Lee Jaguar in first, second Super Dave, third Mr. Excitement, fourth Game Nerd, fifth C's, sixth Mikey Dan, and seventh. 6 laps down is DA outside Tickler. So we're going to rack them up again. Here we go.
Yep. Rack them and stack them right now.
Looks like we got Mr. Excitement in the lead. Nope,
Josh Lee Jaguar.
Josh in the lead. Super Dave on the outside. Mr. Excitement on the inside in third. Game Nerd in fourth. Season fifth. And in the back of the field, it looks like Mikey Danman got the run on DA and got down to that bottom side.
DA, he's probably just going to ride around. He knows he's 6 laps down. He's not going to interfere in any way. And we know what kind of, you know, ethic he has. So he's just going to ride around and chalk it up as, okay, I get points, this and that. You know what I mean? We'll move on to the next race.
So where is... Okay, so there we go. I thought I was on the leader, but I wasn't. I was on Super Dave.
But right now, it looks like Josh is leading this field. Super Dave's right there. Game Nerd in third. You got Mr. Excitement looking on that outside. C's in the 47. He's working that outside. Looks like now Mikey Dan, he's going to stop. He's going to stop trying to work that outside. He's going to try to go diamond those corners. I find myself, because this is funny, I'm actually holding my steering wheel and driving with these guys.
Yeah. God, I wonder how many. I forget how many laps this final stage was. Didn't we write all that stuff down?
I thought it was a 2 pit stop. I don't have my Oh, maybe I do. Ooh. Hold on, Goose.
I got.
I might be able to give you that answer.
I did a printout.
I know you did, but I think I wrote stuff down too. Oh no, I didn't. Not the right notebook. Oh. I know. I believe it's a 2-stop stage, if I remember correctly.
I believe. Yeah, it's going to have. I think it's more than 40 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be at least 2 stops.
But right now, it looks like Josh Lee Jaguar's leading the field. These guys are pretty tight right now. You got Josh Jaguar in the first spot. You got Mr. Excitement second. Super Dave, Game Nerd, C's. Those guys are fighting over third, fourth, and fifth. Then you got Super Dave right behind them in the 6th spot.
Mike, I need a minute. I'm going to hand it
buddy.
over to you. I
got
got to get me a beer.
Go right ahead, buddy. But right now, folks, looking at Mr. Excitement, he's just chilling. He's just trying to work that line behind Josh Lee Jaguar. Then you got Mr. Excitement. He's still working that high line, which we've seen him do several times before in the races. And then you got Game Nerd, which is running the 3rd spot. See, he's worked his way back up from the backside of that field, and he's running 4th. But right now, we got these guys all under a blanket. Mr. Excitement's looking for that pass on that outside. Looks like he might be able to get there. Let's see if we can get there. There we go. We're running with it right behind that. Looks like Mr. Excitement. He's getting the push off that high side. Looks like Josh, the 19 is going to hold that tight race in there. Looks like Mr. Excitement. He's still going to be there. He's not quite clear. Looks like, there's a big push coming from Game Nerd. He's looking to get into this mix. Right now, these guys are fighting for 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Excitement, he's high on that high side, just barely misses that wall. He's not going to get the run he's looking for. He's still there. There we go. There's the push he was looking for. He's on the quarter of the 19. 19 still holds that bottom line, gets it clear. Game Nerd now, he's still running with these guys. He's looking for his opening to try to sneak his way up there. But right now, we got Josh Lee Jaguar, the 19, the 9, the 20, the 47. These guys are all pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4 within tenths of each other. Each one's trying to snag a position because this is going to be a long run, folks. They're going to have to make pit stops. It's like 20. He's trying to get underneath the 9. 9's going to have the run on the high side. He's going to be able to hold that spot. There we go. We're looking for the backside of Mikey Dan. He's starting to make a move on Super Dave for the 4th spot. He's going to get that clear. But right now, we got the 19, the 20, the 9, the 47, the 32. He's starting to work his way back up to the front of this field, which led most of the first part of this race. He's working his way back up. Well, right now we're going to ride along Mr. Excitement, which is
keep going. You're doing great.
He's running that high side right now, folks. Looks like it's Game Nerd. He's starting to peek in on. He's going to get on that quarter. He's on the door. He's not going to quite get clear. Looks like the 9's going to have his run on the high side right behind, catching up that drop on the 19. He's going to make it clear. There he goes. He gets that run. He's clear of the 20. He's going to get that 2nd spot back. These guys are mixing it up, Goose. Right now, the 9 of Mr. Excitement, he's stalking that 19 with the 20 of Game Nerd right behind him. And I imagine if I flip back to the field, looks like the C's, he's right behind him in the 47. Looks like these guys, and that's going to allow the 24 and the 32 catch back up to these guys and get back up into this mix and possibly challenge for the win of this race. I got you, buddy.
Oh, Lord, we might have lost Mike.
Lost Mike. Ooh, we're mixing it up now. Ooh, what just happened?
Mike, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got coffee.
Okay, I accidentally muted my mic, actually I muted you. So I'm sorry about that.
Did I just ramble on for nothing and just wasted my breath?
No,
Uh,
maybe. But I'll take
oh
over
my
here
god, dude.
for a minute. The lead, the leaders are on lap 95 of 134. You can do the math on that, and somebody can let me know what that is. We got Joshua Lee Jaguars still in the lead of this race. It looks like Game Nerd and Mr. Excitement fighting it out for second place. It looks like coming across the line, Mr. Excitement had that with Game Nerd in third and C's was in fourth, but now C's
Huh?
has passed Game Nerd
What?
on the outside.
Sorry about that. I'm still shocked that you. I mean, that wasn't 10 minutes of me just rambling on about the
It
race for
wasn't
nothing,
10
wasn't
minutes. It wasn't 10 minutes. And no.
it? You're lying.
We'll find out.
Oh my
We'll
god.
find out.
Thanks, brother. Other than
Oh,
that, no. What's happened now? Just give you a quick update. While you're away, let me talk for nothing. No,
you don't
these
know
guys
that.
have closed down the door. Mikey Damman and Super Dave closed down the door on these top four that actually had a little bit of space between them. Looks like they've worked their way back up into this field, but Josh right now looks like he's putting together a great race.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting loose coming off those corners. And they should be because they got about 4 or 5 laps to go on this fuel run. So their tires are screaming.
But he's definitely running a great line because he's able to keep a 2-3 second lead ahead of Game Nerd. It looks like we're going to come up on the DA, and it looks like he's going to give way. He's going to come down pit road. He's going to let these guys race it out and stay out of the way.
Yep. I gotta give another shout out to DA. He's doing a great job.
Oh yes, no, he's yeah. No, and we know too. Not every track is everybody's forte. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we know it for a fact that one bad race doesn't kill a season. You know what I mean?
Oh no. Well, he's gonna get a top 7 regardless.
Exactly. I mean,
he's gonna get stage points.
Right.
So he's not
But
gonna be that
the whole
far
thing is
out.
that it won't. You're right. It's not going to kill his season. You know what I mean?
Right.
You stick with it. I mean, okay. I'm a prime example. As long as I maintained my, as long as I was there every week and did what I was supposed to do, I had great finishes. And all it took was me to be patient and let other drivers make their mistakes. But right now, buddy, it looks like Josh. He's got he's just running it. He's just holding running his race. You got Game Nerd, then you got 47 C's. Then we got the 24 and the 9. They're hitting pit road.
And that's about the time they should be.
And I mean, that's probably going to bring a whole slew of people here shortly.
Yep, you're going to see this field spread out a little bit now. Due to pit strategy. It looks like Joshua Lee's coming down into the pits.
Oh, we got a spin on the 47, the 32. They're both around. Is this going to cause a caution and mess everything up? Out of nowhere, wow! A little bit of contact, and that's what it did. Well, we'll use with used tires and this and that. I mean, you know what I mean? That doesn't take much. It looks like it's going to stay green.
Oh,
caution?
Mikey Dans did not do well on that. Caution's out. Caution's out.
Caution is out. Wow, that's going to change That's going to change a whole slew of things, isn't it?
Well, I'm glad the caution came out there because that was definitely a caution.
Oh yeah.
We're going to re-rack this field, and that's going to change everything.
Yep. Yes, it is definitely. I mean, it's going to whole dynamic.
We got 2 cars a lap down.
Yep.
Well, 1 lap down, and then we got DA who is multiple laps down.
Right. But that just that caution when it came out just caused that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So
let's see what really happens now, because this is going to be definitely very interesting.
Super Dave is going to be caught a lap down after the pit stop.
Wow.
So
there we go. Green, buddy.
Mr. Excitement's on the lead lap, but he's starting out in the rear of the field.
That's okay. Sometimes that's better. Sometimes,
Yeah,
you
he's
just
got
put
some lap cars in front of him. One is Super Dave, and one is DA.
Game Nerd. He's you got Nat right now. You got Josh. He took go back over the league, and you got the 20 of Game Nerd. Then you got the 32 of Super Dave. Then you got the 47 of C's. Oh, I'm sorry. No, my bad. That was 32 of Mikey Dan. Then you got the 47 of C's, and it looks like you got the 9 of Mr. Excitement and Super Dave side by side looking for that spot.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
Mr. Excitement
Super
took it over.
Dave's a lap down now, so
Yeah.
he's just looking. He's looking for a caution, really.
Yeah, that's what he's going to need because the way these guys have been driving, there isn't very many cautions. This is the first caution of the whole race, you know what I mean? So we're going to see how this all pans out. Is he going to be able to, now remember, we should still have another pit stop, even though we had a short, quick green there.
We might have still need 2 pit stops. I don't know. I'll let you know. It depends on what lap they were on when that pit stop come out.
But Game Nerd's still stalking that 19. Looks like he's just riding laps right now. That's what it seems like. Not pushing the issue, just riding laps. Looks like Super Dave and the 47 C's. They're trying to close down on these two. And sorry, I keep getting Mikey Dan. I keep getting these guys confused. Super Dave and Mikey Dan for some reason. But looks like Mikey Dan. He's starting to close down on that 20, looking for the inside. C's, he's working there. Mr. Excitement, Super Dave. And then, of course, we got, rounding out the backside of the field. Then you've got D.A. Tickler. But these guys have put on a great show tonight. It's a great racing.
So the top 5 are now the top 5 cars on the track. The first car a lap down is Super Dave, back there in 6th, and he is 6th on the track. So we got that sorted out.
Yep.
But they're racing.
Yeah, they're not, and that's just it. They're racing with good etiquette and good, it's been great racing so far. Even with 7 drivers, it's still been great racing. You don't need a big field to have great racing.
Let me tell you
this is great racing.
At this point, it's all strategy in the sense that what is your game plan for staying with this pack and saving your tires and possibly saving a lap of fuel.
Yeah, correct.
As you can see right there, they're ducks in a row.
Yep.
So,
and there's a blanket you can throw over the top 6.
Yeah. So actually, Joshua is actually in a bad spot because he's not saving nothing.
No. Agreed. He can't save anything because he's got to be full throttle.
Yeah, he can't save
fuel.
And
Mr. Excitement knows. Mr. Excitement knows that high sign you can save fuel because you got to go in a little bit slower going into the center and picking it up coming off the center to be able to hold that top line. It looks like he's making a move on that second spot now in Game Nerd.
I don't think he's saving any fuel. Yeah, he's in 2nd. Mr. Excitement's in 2nd. Game Nerd's in 3rd. Yeah. But I don't think you save any fuel doing that on that top line because you're traveling farther.
Correct. But he's able to hold the speed a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like with a 2-lane track it's like 50-50. But these guys have been battling it back and forth side by side, for a while. It's like Game Nerd, he's looking to make this thing 3 wide now. He's trying to peek in on the inside of Josh. Not going to happen there. He's like, nope. He's going to second guess that. Looks like they'll let Mr. Excitement slide into 2nd. These guys are definitely mixing it up now, Bruce. But right now we got Josh, we got Mr. Excitement on the outside, we got Game Nerd sitting in the 3rd spot. He's looking to peek in. Then you've got Mikey Dan Man. Then you've got the 47 C's, and then Super Dave looking in that backside, just watching this whole thing go on. And I think he's just being patient. He's got to be. Laps.
He's got to be patient. Trying to pass these guys doesn't really no good at all because if he passes and he gets in the lead, he's got his lap back. He's not going to lap these guys. You know what I mean? But if he just chills, saves his car, smart, cautious. He's hoping for a caution, but he's also trying to make sure he's not the cause of that caution.
Right now, these guys are side by side, and anything can happen when these guys are running 2x2. They're actually staggered, kind of.
Yeah.
If you look at it, they're kind of staggered a little bit. Oh, Mr. Excitement, he takes over the lead from the 19 of Josh Jaguar. Game Nerd, he's on that outside. He's trying to take over that spot. These guys are definitely throwing together, Goose.
You got Mikey Dan right down there by that white line right off that apron. That's where he likes to run.
Yeah, he's been there all night.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been there all night. He hasn't given up on that run, just like Mr. Excitement hasn't given up on that high side. Neither has Game Nerd. But looks like Mr. Excitement, he's going to take over that lead, and Game Nerd, he's looking for that second spot. You know, these guys have been throwing it together all night, side by side. The top. I mean, we've seen everything from aspects from two cars to running down a pack of four to everything tonight. It's been nice, clean racing.
Yeah, we've had a couple of...
looks like the 19 looks like he may have got a little loose there. Regathers it up. These guys are 2x2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He drifts up the track a little bit, does Josh. Kind of crowds Mr. Excitement there on the outside, but clean and green. No harm, no foul. I don't think they touched. If they did, it was just a little kiss.
Yeah, we've seen that before. That little kiss.
And these guys, they love each other so much.
Yeah.
You know, every once in a while they'll move over.
Give a hug.
Give a little kiss to their competitor.
A little bit of hug, let you know they're there. But let me tell you, look at this, Goose. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth car is hanging in the backside. Super Dave, he's just looking on. These guys are all thrown together side by side, clean and clear and running great. They definitely put it on the show. Looks like Josh, he's trying to take back over that lead, buddy.
I see him down there, and Mr. Excitement kind of drifted up a little bit. That might give him that spot. He's fighting back on the outside.
Oh, that was tight.
Yeah.
Tight.
Josh kind of squeezed him.
Yeah, but he gave it away. He gave it back. You know, saying, okay, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to squeeze you, but let's go. I saw that too, buddy. I mean, he did. He squeezed him.
Yeah.
Then probably there was communication there saying, I'm there, and he kind of got off him. Well, this is where you get hooked together too, and you can't do anything.
Yeah, I'm all for the communication and stuff, but I'm also a big advocate of situational awareness. It's as a driver, it's your responsibility to know whether or not somebody's there, and a lot of times I don't intend to be somewhere.
Right.
Something happens and I'm all of a sudden somewhere I didn't intend to be, and I didn't let them know that I was there. But it's the driver's responsibility to look in that rear view mirror, look at that side view, and know whether or not somebody is there and what their position is. Exactly.
The only time we got somebody coming down pit road. The only time I worry about that is when Yep. The only time with that there, real quick, is when I can't see you in my mirror and I can't see you in my side mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's for that communication, because there is that blind spot that we run into where I just can't see nothing and you can't see nothing.
But you should. I mean, there is a blind spot, but you should know. I mean, if you are paying attention, first of all, if he's there and he's getting a run. And if all of a sudden you look and you don't see him, let me tell you something. If he's not in your rear view mirror and he just was, he's right next to you. Yeah. So.
Agreed. They're true. Now, I'm watching this race. I mean, we got the 19, the 20, and the 9. These guys are giving the 19 definitely the business. They have been up and down him whatsoever. He's not faltered. He's still running his race. He's been clean. I gotta give him that, and he's held his stuff together. Here comes the 9.
Mr. Excitement look like he's coming?
Yep, that's correct. The 9's coming into pit road, buddy. I mean, ever since we got through the...
God, he almost stopped coming across that line.
Oh,
that's not going to be a good stop for him.
Nope. No, well, I think he had an issue with... I think he had a hookup with number 2. He's coming down pit road, too. So that might have been
Super Dave's coming out.
Yeah, but right now,
Josh Willie Jaguars coming down pit road right now. Mikey Dan
Yep,
stayed out. C stayed out.
Oh, then they came in hot, buddy. I'm one. Oh, that was close, Pon. I watched them two come down, and that was hot. I'm wondering, will they get off of the? I don't know. That was kind of quick coming in. But right now, we got the 19,
I think they're
20,
okay.
them two coming in. Yep, I believe so too. But they're coming down.
I was right on them when they went in pit road. Game Nerd and
Josh.
Josh. And now we got the leaders coming in, Mikey Dan Man and C's, and they
the 9's coming out. Sorry.
And they crossed the line almost the exact same time.
Yeah. That was a good pit stop. That was a good run and coming in pit road. I mean, they got everything out of that.
Yeah.
But you're right. Here comes the 32, the 47. They're in, so they're coming in nose to tail basically as well. So these pit stops are going to be close.
You know what? I'm going to keep it. No, who was leading? Joshua? Where's
Josh was leading at the time. Josh is coming out now. I'm on Josh right now. Game Nerd, he's right behind him. Looks like when this cycle's through, looks like that might be your 1 and 2 right now. Then you got Super Dave, I believe, right behind him. Which we'll try to find out, folks. We'll try to give you an actual legit rundown. The 47, he's coming in at C's.
It looks like Mikey Dan and C's are coming out, and they're going to come out right behind Joshua Lee Jaguar and Game Nerd.
Yep. And then you got Super Dave and Mr. Excitement coming in the picture there. These guys probably are going to come out almost like right where they came in. Because it was tight coming in, except for the 1 lap difference, you know what I mean? So we'll see how this all pans out.
You can see Mr. Excitement is back behind these guys. He went into pit road really slow. It's going to be interesting to find out what happened there.
Yeah. I believe that he's got the car. We've seen it. If he gets him running on that high line with some clean air, he's probably going to gain some real quick. He's probably going to gain on these boys real quick. And it looks like he's already starting to work that. From that middle off.
In our chat here, we got Marty Laws says, looks like the 19 is smoking. Yep, he's up there doing what he needs to do.
Yep, get her done. And as I said, we've been with this person. I mean, I've been with this person. I've known Josh forever. Way, even before you did, Goose. And he was not like this before. He got a wheel. He put some time in, and now look at the production that has happened. Yeah. Over the time, and it's great to see this because of before he was not considered his etiquette and everything else was great, but his driving was very unethical. How's that?
He was learning.
Yeah, exactly. And now he's become. This is incredible to see. I mean, it's awesome to see. Oh, do we have there's some lag there. Do we have a caution? Nope. Looks like no. We're still green. Yeah, it might have been on my screen, buddy. It could have been me. I mean, don't worry.
It looked like Mikey Dan and C's got into it a little bit.
Okay, could have been what it was.
They're still nose to tail, so no harm, no foul there.
But right now, I mean, what it looks like... Game Nerd's starting to peek in on side of Jocelyn Jaguar on the 19.
He wants that lead.
Yep.
But can he take him on the inside? You know that outside gets that run.
Yep.
Oh... Did he get loose coming off there, or did they make contact?
But he's going to have to. Nope, I'm not sure if it's contact, but it looks like he got a little loose, and he had to actually back out of that. I'm going to say you give these guys another 5-6 laps, and next thing you know, you're going to have 2, 3, 4, 5.
The Game Nerd's going on top, trying to get on top, but he's going to try to take that top line.
Yeah. Oh, Game Nerd, he's on that high side of trying to look for this lead bump. That's what I'm looking at right now. These guys are side by side. He's on the door. Let's see if Josh can. He's doing great. Oh, he clears him. He gets that great run on the bottom, be able to clear the 20 car.
We are on lap 130 of 134. This race is almost over. No wonder they're pushing so hard.
Pushing it. Yep. These guys on 3rd and 4th are trying to close down these two, but these two right now, what we're watching right now is it's like Game Nerd. He got himself in the grass a little bit.
He's in the lead right now, coming down around the bottom.
Oh, here comes the run on the outside.
Joshua's going to get that outside. He gives him a tap.
A little bit of tap, but he clears him. He took some of that first spot again. That 20 car's right there. These guys can't keep fooling around too long. I mean, they got to do what they got to do because you got 3rd and 4th. They're gonna they're gonna close down if if there's enough time. Looks like Game Nerd, he's still peeking on that outside. Josh just tried to come up a little bit, couldn't make it happen.
He's going to
Looks
try
like
it
Game
again.
Nerd, yep. Ooh, he's still got him clear by an inch. He's gonna hold him.
Oh,
Keep
they're
it
side
running.
by side. He's got that bumper up there.
He's still in the quarter. Looking to try to get on that door. If he gets on that door, he may have a good run coming on that outside, but just could not do it. That 19 car's got some power in him now.
Joshua tapped him again. I don't think it was on purpose. It's just side by side racing, and yep. Joshua's not quite able to hold that steady line there, and he drifts up, and Game Nerd's trying to get around him hard. I think Game Nerd is faster at this point,
yep.
but it's just hard to get around him. And it seems to me like every time Game Nerd gets in a position to where he's about to pass him, Joshua gets a little loose and taps him. We're at lap 133. We're probably on the last lap right here.
I would say
this is probably the last lap.
Yep, this is gonna be it right here. This is gonna be the run that
what's Game Nerd gonna do?
He's gonna put it all the way through. He's gonna try to push it all the way through. And he just doesn't have it. After that little bit of a touch, he's just not gonna have it.
Yeah.
Looks like Josh.
He ain't giving up though.
Car.
He went a little bit too low.
He tried.
Yeah,
he tried.
His tire, he just doesn't have enough tires.
Yep. Well, that was definitely a great race, buddy. I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah.
These guys side by side, clean.
All right, so we got Joshua Lee Jaguar in the lead, winning. Game Nerd second, C's third. Mikey Dan fourth. And that's about
Mr.
all
Excitement
I got
fifth.
right now.
Mr. Excitement fifth. And then right behind that, you got Super Dave.
Super Dave, a lap down. And DA outside Tickler, bringing up 7th place, 11 laps down.
Yep. Yeah, and I'll give that man, as I said, I'll give that man a shout out right now. I mean, thank you very much. You didn't give up. You didn't surrender.
Yep.
You just kept racing.
All right. Go get our top 3.
You got it.
Bring him in. Okay. Official results. Lap times. Looks like the fastest lap goes to Game Nerd. Second is Mr. Excitement. Third is Super Dave. Fourth is Mikey Dan Man. Fifth is C's. Sixth is Joshua Lee Jaguar. So we're going to try to get the top 3 up in here.
Give me 1 second.
I didn't let them know before the race. So I'm going to jump out of here.
All right, so Josh, Game Nerd, right?
Yeah, Joshua Lee Jaguar, Game Nerd, and who was third?
Steve?
I think so.
Both will be with you 1 second.
I'm trying to find their cars on here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there's the 19. Okay, that's our winner right there, the 19 car of Joshua Lee Jaguar. Let me get this out of here.
Steve was third because I was find him and send him an invite.
Yeah. Top 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
So right now we got Joshua and Game Nerd. So I'm going to start with Game Nerd. Game Nerd, you got yours?
Yes, I do.
Oh, God, Joshua looked like he was difficult to pass there. It looks like every time he had a run, he just come up and told you how much he loved you. What are your views on the inaugural race of Enterprise Racing League? And give us a little rundown of how your race went, sir.
Well, My view on the inaugural race is that I don't know what happened last week, but this week was way better. The racing was a lot tighter, a lot more exciting. It wasn't everyone separated by multiple seconds, so that was good. But my race, I actually managed to save fuel in stage 1, so I won stage 1, and then stage 2, I ran out of fuel like a moron, finished in the back. And
Yeah, I
then,
think we got that on camera. I was like, what happened to him? He's stopping.
yeah,
I can't
I
invite
went
C's because I can't seem to find him, Goose.
Okay.
I, yeah, I was in the front for stage 2, so I I didn't save enough fuel, and sure enough, I passed the line because I was staying out one more lap, and I was out of gas. I was like, uh-oh. So, yeah, pretty stupid of me. And then stage 3, yeah, we had that caution, which it didn't really change much. I was pitting that lap anyways, and then, yeah, I was trying to get past the 19 there because we pitted a lap earlier, so we ended up pulling away from everybody, and he had a better pit stop than I did. I had like a 15.9 or a 16.0 or something, so I lost a couple tenths, and I reeled him back in, and my best chance of passing him, I finally was able to set up a run on the outside on him, and I hung on his corner because I was going to get the run on the exit of 4 there, and he slipped up off the middle, and we made contact, and I was in the wall, and that was it. There wasn't enough time for me to come to the run, so.
All right. Well, great race. Podium, second place, bridesmaid in your first inaugural race. Congratulations, sir.
I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
No,
Joshua.
that was, I mean...
Oh, go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, Gabriel, that was great racing. I mean, I watched a lot of that. You guys were side by side. Most of it was clean. You know, there's a little hiccup there. You know, and sorry, ended up, you know, being second is good. You know, especially for the inaugural race. You know, congratulations, buddy. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And yeah, next week. We go on to the next one.
Yep.
Just an interjection here. Game Nerd. DA wants to know if he's going to get a shout out for his little push there.
Oh yeah, so when I ran out of fuel in stage 2, I was dead in the water, and I didn't even know DA was there, and he happened to be there at the right place at the right time, and so sure enough, he started pushing me around the pits. So he better not forget, because I'm not going to forget that. It's definitely going to help him out in the future.
Well, you ready, buddy? We saw that on. That was all locked on when we did that.
Yeah. So, Mike, you want to start with our race winner, Josh Willie Jaguar in the 19 car. C's come in outstanding, and finishing third today. C's was our spotlight driver in the preseason race. C's, congratulations on your podium in the inaugural race of Enterprise Racing League.
Thank you.
How'd your race go?
It went both ways, man. You know, sometimes I was, you know, around. Other times I was battling for the lead.
Yeah. You had a couple of issues there. It looked like maybe you got loose and smacked the wall and come down.
Yeah, that wall gets you.
Yeah. Tell us what happened there.
I just got loose and tried to correct it, and the wall came up.
Gotcha.
I smacked it. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel about the first race? How do you feel it went?
Hey, it went great. It couldn't have gone any better.
Outstanding. All right, Mike, take him.
Well, Josh, great job, buddy. I mean, tell us. I mean, awesome. I mean, I've seen you grow. I've seen you change. I mean, I've been around you for a while, and it's incredible to see your driving. It's definitely way improved, my friend. I'm impressed. Tell us tell us about your race, buddy.
A big shout out to Enterprise, the number 9, and a big shout out to my teammate right here. I mean, my first time getting the race, I didn't do any of the pre-race, races during the off season. So first night with these group of guys, 47, 20, everybody I raced around tonight was racing great. And the first stage we didn't have a real good car. We finished fourth in the first stage, and the second stage we ended up getting that stage 2 win, and then the last stage was the car just came to life right there. I mean, I knew what we had. I mean, this track was a gyrus track right here, so you had to be on somewhat on your game right there. And I do 20. I do apologize if I did slip up right there. That was awesome right there. When us two Toyotas finishing up front and keeping the Chevys. No offense to the Chevys out there. I mean, yep. Everybody put up a hell of a fight right there. The 24, I loved racing with these guys right here, but we pulled the number 19 in the victory lane. That was the biggest thing right there. And shout out to my wife if she's watching, and shout out to everybody that had me under the radar tonight. Wasn't expecting to see the 19 in the victory lane tonight, but overall, this first race of the season.
First race of the season,
amazing.
Inaugural season, you get the win. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that, buddy.
I couldn't. I mean, my hands were tightened up on my wheel with the 9 and the 20. I'm like, man, if I screw up on one little entrance right here, I take myself out of the win. But it's not all about me. It's all about the top 3 guys right here. The 47. I got behind the 47. I was like, come here, Kroger, and I was like, come here, Kitty, and the 47 started laughing. So it was a fun and laughing moment right there throughout the entire race. There wasn't a dull moment besides the first stage when everybody got spaced out right there with the 32 with Mikey, and I thought he was going to be in victory lane. To be honest with you, I was like, man, we're the Toyotas. We're the only 2 oddballs out besides with 2 Fords. So. RD Motorsports racing team right here to finish top 2. So if I was behind the 20, I would have done the same thing. I would have kept him up front right there. That's what I'm here for. If I'm in that predicament and he's up front, I'm going to stay behind him, let him go ahead and get that win. I've already got me a win and locked myself into the playoffs, so that's all that matters with this team.
All right, I appreciate you, Joshua. Look forward to having you up to the booth more often because, hell, you talk just fine. Me and Mike can get a break at talking if we get you up here. Good job. So I have one more question, and then we're going to sign off of our inaugural race. First, a little note. We have kept our broadcast 30 minutes less than the preseason race, so we're at about an hour and a half. And Las Vegas, I believe, is one of the longest races we have this year, right?
Correct.
Time-wise. So my question is, I'm curious because I was unable to listen in on the communications chat. And if each one of you can just let me know what you think the atmosphere was. And in the game chat, was it fun? Was it, did somebody get pissed off and start cussing, or, and we'll start with you, Josh, and then we'll go just 1, 2, 3.
Overall, it was a friendly chat and everything. Everybody was getting aggravated because people got multiple laps down, and but overall, I had no issue with the team with the chat tonight, and there was a lot of communication, download up high and stuff like that. Very talkative tonight.
Outstanding. Game Nerd, you got any comments?
I pretty much agree with Josh on this one. Like, we could joke and have fun when we needed to, but like when time came around for pit stops or calling out lines, especially like at the start of stages, everyone would kind of they'd go in and focus. It was just race chatter. So it was definitely a well-flowing system tonight in the party chat.
Outstanding. Awesome. Sees?
Yeah, I agree with both of these guys. That chat was good. Everyone's having fun. It was, a couple issues sometimes, but it's gonna happen.
Well, I actually have a lot more questions, but we are at an hour and 35 minutes.
Yes.
Listen, thank you guys and congratulations. Our first podium winners, Joshua Lee Jaguar in the number 19, taking the win. Game Nerd in the 20, taking second, and C's in the 47, taking third. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate you. Looking forward to next week. What's the race next week, Mike? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh my God, you're really gonna ask me because I have no clue.
Anybody.
Come
Next week is Auto Club.
Auto Club.
There we
That's going to
go.
be another
See?
good one. Okay.
That's
Lot,
gonna
a
be
lot
good.
more room there.
Another Toyota track.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast, and we'll see you next week. Have look out. Have a look out for the pre-race video I put out with all the rules of it, the specific rules for the track, the max fuel runs that we're going to give you on that track, and anything else I can think of. On those pre-race deals, I also give my version of a slider setup for cups for that particular track. So
And it
we'll
won't be
see.
just him. Usually I'll be running with him.
Yeah.
I hope.
So, Mike, you got anything else?
No, other than that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that watched, everybody that participated and was able to be here with us. Congratulations, guys! Great job. That was some great racing that I've seen, especially from some of the people that I've seen that weren't, at one point or at one point, and now they're at a totally different, aspect of racing. That's incredible. I love to see that. Keep it up, guys. Thank you. Thanks all the people that, thanks to the sponsor that put up the $50 gift card for the inaugural winner. Thanks for everybody that was here. Other than that, it was a great time. Other than that, Goose, that's about it, buddy. We just want to say everybody have a happy and a great night.
All right.
Thank y'all for both of y'all.
Take care, everybody. We'll see you at Auto Club. And as soon as I figure out what I got to do to freaking I never remember what I'm supposed to do to stop a broadcast. And all that just got broadcast.